Hello, this is Telmir and welcome to another repair video. In this video, we are working on an iPhone XR. I just got this from a customer as a trade-in. It's pretty beaten up. It's saying that it still has Find My iPhone on it at the moment, but hopefully that will change theoretically once we have it turned on and working. Now the screen is completely shattered. It's just impossible to actually interact with it. So I'm going to grab one of my tester screens and we're going to get the screen out and we'll go from there. Now usually with this kind of a phone, and I'm putting on my heater anyways. I would usually heat this up, but I'm not sure if I'm even willing to bother, because usually when I'm putting the heater on, it's because I'm trying to save the screen most times. Sometimes it's just to make life easier. I'm just cleaning these out because one of these feels a little bit dodgy. I'm just taking my tweezers and cleaning out any of the gunk that might be in there. So my method, you guys might, if you're watching some of my other videos, this is very common. I do this a lot. Is just stuff a blade down there, and then you just put a little bit of alcohol in. It's amazing how much, like this tiny amount of alcohol, how much it actually helps just loosen things up. You see that? Boom. I'd never do this with a normal functioning screen, even a screen that's like cracked but still has a decent display, because I know I can resell those. Yeah, look at that. Don't need the heater. Can turn that off now. There we go. Drop a little alcohol at the bottom. And we are in. Now let's use our Y000. We can get the battery disconnected first. Let's set that aside. Get the tester screen out. It does say it does have the screen does have some damage to it itself, not the glass, but the LCD panel. There we go. Now I don't think this has any charge in it. So I'm going to plug it in, and let's just see if we get a display. Hopefully this isn't just a parts phone. Okay, so you can see right there, you do have the battery symbol. I'm going to have to leave this to charge. Alright, well, it is up. It is showing that it is locked. So at this point in time is you need to turn the phone off, disconnect this. You got to connect it up to the computer. Now, if I'm remembering correctly, the method to do this is you got to hold down, I believe it is the volume down button, while you hold down the power button at the same time. And while you're doing that, you plug this in. So I'm holding that in, and then you plug it in. And just hold it. This should put it into recovery mode. There we have it. Simple as that. Now I've got it plugged into the computer. It should be popping up. Why is it not popping up on iTunes? Just unplug it again and plug it back in. Let's see. There we go. I'll show you what's happening on screen. So that's what's popped up, and that's in iTunes. So I'm going to hit restore and update. It's going to go through that process. And then after that, it's going to take a little while. There'll be a bar at the top extracting software. And then at a point, it should be good to go. You'll also notice it is showing the serial number, and that tends to be rather important, I find, for this for doing iPhone restores. If it doesn't show the serial number, sometimes it fails to go and do the reset. At least that's my experience. Okay, it should be reset by this point. Still locked to the owner. Let's just get it connected to Wi-Fi and just see maybe if that is not actually the case. Still locked to the owner. This iPhone was lost and erased. So I need to give him a call and get back to this, and hopefully we can do something about it. I just spoke with the customer that traded this to me, and we're going to give it another go. Hopefully it's no longer locked. Come on. Yes! Oh, that makes me so happy to see. Password screen. Oh, that really officially makes it for me. Now we can get on to the actual repairs of this phone. I'm going to have to go and put in some orders for some parts. New screen. It needs a new back glass as well. How's that frame look? It's not bad. Is the frame at all bent? It doesn't look like it is. You notice the camera's down like that? That's a common thing that happens with the iPhone XR. I don't know why exactly that happens, but for whatever reason, the welds break on them. Once you get them all fixed up, it will go back together. I just got to figure it out. So we'll play around with that as well. Now there is another thing that I'm really curious about. If this is like before, it's like iOS 16 dot something or other, I'll actually be able to go and use this phone. I mean, upgrade the battery if the battery needs to be replaced. Let's check out what that battery's percentage is. 84%. It's like just on the edge of being needed to be replaced. Like I usually replace in 85% even. 86% is my sweet spot, where if it's 86%, I won't change it out. And unfortunately, it's 17.5.1, which means for now, I can't get the battery percentage on this one. That means I just got to outright just replace the battery. No spot welding on the old charge controller with the new battery and all that stuff. It really hurts my heart. Let's move on to this. I'm going to get those parts, get a new screen, get a new back, and we'll get back to you.